Welcome to Variant Edition Tuesday, your source of comic book news and culture. Every week, Variant Edition Tuesdays bring you the latest headlines in the world of comics and a sneak peek at what comics you shouldn't miss on Wednesday. So sit back and get ready for 5 minutes of comic knowledge and prepare to step into your shop this week.
Hi, I'm Nick, and these are your headlines for Tuesday, October 9th, 2007. Let's start off with some quick ones. Warren Ellis reported in his Bad Signal email that fans looking for Issue 0 and 1 of Black Summer should be able to find them starting October 24th. Issue 0 and 1 will be reprinted in a composite book called Black Summer Alpha. Remember, Black Summer 0 featured the assassination of the president. In further reprint news, Marvel announced that it would be printing the first 3 sold-out issues of Thor in a quick collection. It should be in shops November 7th. A few months ago, we announced the resolution of the Dable Brothers Marvel Publishing Partnership. A few of you wondered what would happen with the titles that Marvel would be continuing. Well, Marvel announced last week that Anita Blake number 8 would feature new series artist Ron Lim, and that he will be drawing a variant zombie cover for Anita Blake The First Death number 2. On the Dable side of things, Jim Butcher, writer of the Dresden Files novels, announced that he will be working with the brothers Dable on adapting his books. So that's 2 so far for the Dables. Wonder who's next. In further horror news, Steve Niles announced on his message board that he will be working with Kelly Jones on Batman Gotham After Midnight, a new Batman series set for the release in early 2008. It seems that the upcoming 30 Days of Night movie is continuing to raise Niles' profile. And along with that note, let's check in with Kevin, who's filling in for Eddie this week, and see what's going on in the world of comic book movies.
Thanks, Nick. The hottest comic movie news right now is without a doubt the upcoming JLA movie. The casting is still up in the air, but Entertainment Weekly has some details of what the story may be like. Expect the mind-controlling Maxwell Lord and his army of Omax, so it should make for some memorable popcorn movie moments, especially if they go with a Superman Wonder Woman smackdown. But that movie is a ways away. How about one a little closer to reality? Frank Miller is adapting The Spirit. We know that already. And Hollywood knows that hot female actresses put male asses in the seat of the local cineplexes. Well, apparently Miller knows that as well. In addition to Scarlett Johansson and Eva Mendes, he's just recently added Jamie King and Paz Vega. Wow, this is looking to be a big one. And with all that talent on display, expect a big promotional push when it opens as well. The teaser trailer for the upcoming Iron Man movie made it online a few weeks ago, and the poster went public last week. It looks cool. Alright, that's it for the movie news this week. Nick?
Thanks, Kevin. So we've covered comics, movies, and TV. Time for some online news. Mike Hawthorne, who longtime viewers will remember from a few interviews and reviews on Variant Edition, has relaunched his website, thinktankcomics.com. According to Hawthorne, Think Tank Comics will be the online home for his creator-owned work, where most of it will appear exclusively. His first efforts are to serialize Hysteria from its beginning. Hysteria has seen the inside of comic shops a few times, but most recently through Image Comics. But now expect to only find it online, along with a cool Monster a Day sketch feature. Oh, and if you like Mike's work, you can buy it at his online shop as well. Check out thinktankcomics.com to see for yourself. Well, that's it for the news. I'll be back in 2 weeks.
Hi, I'm Lewis, and here are the comics that you should find at shops this week. Last week may have been a little lackluster, but expect that to be made up for this week. Marvel seems to be releasing every other book they have. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 24 is probably the biggest Marvel book of the week, presenting the anticipated Part 2 of One More Day, and Spidey pays Doctor Strange a visit. Also, be on the lookout for Fantastic Four 550, Ghost Rider 16, World War Hulk crossovers for Heroes for Hire 14, Punisher War Journal number 12, and Frontline number 5. The Hood makes a huge play in New Avengers 35, and Spider-Man continues his adventures with Red Sonja in number 3. Oh, and New Warriors number 5, New Avengers Transformers 4, Nova number 7, Punisher 51, Runaways 28, Wolverine 58, and X-Factor 24. See? A huge Marvel week. DC's not too shabby either, with Batman Confidential 10, Black Adam number 3, Booster Gold 3, Green Arrow Black Canary number 1, Green Lantern 24, Justice Volume 3 hardcover, the Gotham-based Simon Dark number 1, Superman 668, The Cool Unmen number 3, Wonder Girl 2, and the beginning of a new Gail Simone era in Wonder Woman number 13. Yeah, DC's big too. What about Image? The Sexy Drain continues with number 5, Brawl premieres with number 1, Dynamo 5 gets collected, Suburban Glamour begins, and the Mice Templar get reprinted. Okay, they're a good sized release week too. Dark Horse has Star Wars Dark Times number 5, BPRD Killing Ground number 3, Deadlander number 1, and Living with the Dead number 1. Wow, this is a huge comic book week for everybody. Yeah, comic fans will be poor after this week. Also, keep your wallets open for the awesome Black Summer number 3, Drafted number 2, Firstborn number 2, Tank 4, and for those of you who liked our reviews, now's your chance to get caught up. Garth Ennis's Chronicles of Wormwood are collected out this week. Wow, that's a huge week. Out of all these cool books, what is our pick of the week? Of course, it's Atomic Robo number 1. Sure, we've already read it and reviewed it on the show, and sure, we know artist Scott Wegner. Sure, it's got a robot in it, but aside all that, it's just plain cool. Nazis, conspiracies, and robots. Yeah, we're there.
All right, that's it for Variant Edition Tuesday this week.
And don't forget to check out the regular Variant Edition this week. Back at the Baltimore Comic-Con, I got a chance to talk to Unmeant artist Mike Hawthorne.
Yeah, and of course all this is in addition to the plethora of reviews.
And coming up, we've got even more con coverage. Kevin's working furiously to get it together.
Okay, it's time to go, but before we go, don't forget to check out Comics Podcast Network. It's a great source for some of the coolest comic book-related podcasts that are out there.
And as usual, watch after the credits for another promo from a show on that network.
Remember, there are quite a few ways to watch us. Get your Variant Edition fix. You can go to iTunes, VO, YouTube, and Google Video, or get a sweet
That's right.
high-res feed from Blip TV. Or you can do it the easiest way and just head over to variantedition.com and watch us on our page.
And while you're at our page, check out some of the new stuff we're starting to do there in anticipation of our site relaunch.
Yep, we're redesigning the website, but while we're getting the kinks worked out, we're starting to release some of that exclusive content that you can only get at our website, including some very cool columns that we started up last week.
And don't forget, the uncut versions of our interviews will be up on our site as well. Think you can get those through iTunes? Nope, they're only available through variantedition.com.
Before we go, remember that Variant Edition is made possible through viewer sponsors like you. Want your name mentioned on the show, or maybe one of our cool t-shirts? Check out variantedition.com and check out that Sponsor Us link.
That's right. Well, that's it for Variant Edition Tuesday. We'll see you next time. Yeah, Don.
Wednesday's Haul, a weekly comic book podcast featuring reviews and views about today's and some of the greatest comic books of all time. Out, pretty much every Wednesday. Stop by WednesdaysHaul.com or check us out on iTunes.